Support for Cinema Classics comes from Film Columbus, enriching our community to make Columbus a destination for film, education, exhibition, and production. Learn more at filmcolumbus.com. Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to shows every Thursday at 8:01 p.m. and full shows online at WCBE.org. I'm John DeSando.
I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
This is Cinema Classics.
Indeed, it is.
And this is a new year.
Is it already?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, wow.
So let's look back.
Let's do that.
No Oscar talk here.
No, just our favorite
Just
movies
our
of the year.
favorite movies.
This will be easy for me.
Okay, now you tell me, because you probably have only one.
Yeah, I only have a couple.
All right, so give me one.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
I wondered. Yeah.
Such a great, fun movie. One of my favorite movies of the year, despite I didn't like it as much as Rogue Nation, the last one.
Okay.
But there's something about Tom Cruise in this role. The textures of this franchise continue to get more complex and rich and nuanced. And just watching that guy on screen, I can't tell you, it makes me happy. He makes me happy. It's a bizarre phenomenon.
I think it's a terrific film, too.
Yeah.
It will receive no recognition for Oscars, but it is, people like you and me will appreciate it. Now, mine is Ben Foster in Leave No Trace.
Okay.
Now, that's where he's with his daughter.
I'm aware.
And you don't like it? Well, you never saw it.
I did see it.
You did see it.
I
and you
did
don't
see the
like
movie.
it.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. There's nothing transcendent about it.
I think it is. I think the way they interact out there in the Oregon forest or whatever it is, the way he doesn't overplay the syndrome, the war syndrome that he has. You know, the way that's underplayed, the way that he lets her go. Mm-hmm. I just like it all. It's so unexpected.
But it's all so muted that that it becomes like entirely forgettable to my mind.
I know it does.
None of that stuff coalesced. Also, they just looked too clean.
You're right there. There's no pizzazz, and there's no grittiness. Those are.
I mean, they have clean fingernails. They live in the woods.
All right, now here's one.
Yeah.
It's not, that people won't talk about necessarily. I don't know why they don't talk about this. I love Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I certainly don't hear about it much anymore. And that was so powerful for me. I think so anyway.
Okay. I think Rami Malek is on a course for a Best Actor nomination.
Boy, I hope so. Yeah. He did a terrific job. And there's one we had talked recently about Star is Born. Mm-hmm. But there's one where you get the full buffet of music.
Yeah.
Where A Star is Born perhaps didn't have enough music for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw that onto my list. Best movies of the year. My favorite movies of the year, Star is Born. I really had a good time at that movie, despite some of the heaviness. It's a classic throwback to Hollywood melodramas, and I eat that stuff up, and I think Bradley Cooper really repackaged it in a very interesting way. Yeah,
that's a nice way of putting it. There are two that many people will not have seen. That if they had Netflix, they could see Roma.
Okay.
And then if they saw...
Now that's on your favorites list?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that and...
You're not just dropping, like, titles of Oscar-bound...
I could be doing that, too. You have to watch me.
You just told me not to do that.
That's what I know, and I asked you. I need your help. And I'm putting that together with Cold War. And those are two very European type of movies, although Roma, of course, is Mexico City.
Yeah.
But the two of them have that international flair to them. Characterization, some kind of moodiness, some kind of lingering on the characters, a sense of realism put together with a bit of fantasy.
Yeah.
I like it. I like both of them for international movies.
Okay. I'm going to lay out another blockbuster here.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies of the year was the comic book movie, Avengers: Infinity War.
Yes.
More so than Black Panther. I thought this movie was operatic in its scale.
Oh, good choice.
And yet so much fun.
Yeah.
I did not notice a minute of the running time. Mm-hmm. It felt, talk about melodrama and, epic scale. Really, just all the characters coming together. You got to hand it to Marvel. They've really done a bang-up job of orchestrating all these disparate storylines, and even tones. You know, some of the tone of their films.
Well, one of the big hits of the year, not my favorite at all, is Aquaman.
Yeah.
Or Aquaman, as
Yeah.
Franco would have me say it. But anyway, that has been a blockbuster. Although I think it's an absolute mess as a film.
Yeah.
But there you go. Marvel is just doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a great choice, and one that I forget. A lot of people are supportive of that, and it's so unusual for a heroic film such as Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, it's so tough to break into the it's so tough to break into the Oscar competition for something like that, as good as that.
Right. I know.
All right, let's go to one I think we both have seen and both like in a different genre. A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah. Wow, what a surprise that movie was.
Holy.
I remember. Wow, yeah, that was such a great cinematic experience as well. The silence that the characters
Yes.
have to practice starts to actually resonate in the theater, because you realize that the movie's so quiet, you now have to be quiet. You can't rustle your popcorn, you can't crunch, you can't scoot around in your seat. It really became this thing that you were participating in the actual
Oh yeah.
thematics of the film. I thought that was an extraordinary artistic coup.
And along with what you're saying, what thrilled me so much is no cell phones. Couldn't use them.
Yeah.
And the silence was a character I loved.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it
what
was
I'm talking
such
about.
a noisy world.
Right. I will say this, I was disappointed in the creature design.
Oh, the creatures! I was
Yeah.
deplorable. You are so right.
Bad.
Yeah.
So
Now,
terrible.
a kind of a film that doesn't create many big waves, but that I liked was Green Book.
Okay.
I liked the interaction between Maharaja Ali
Uh-huh.
and
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen. I really liked that reverse of Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I liked I liked the historical aspect of it.
Mhm.
Who knew about a Green Book?
Right,
Oh,
right. I know, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is so interesting.
I felt Viggo Mortensen was a little, I don't know, a little off for me as an Italian.
I know.
But since we're going smaller movies,
Yes.
two of my favorites of the year: Eighth Grade,
Good one.
Bo Burnham's
Ooh.
little ode to pre-adolescence.
You'll never see that depicted any better than that
Yeah.
young girl in 8th grade.
She was great.
Yes.
And just a nice little movie, and it ends on such a sweet, romantic note with her and her nerdy little friend, you know, on their date. I thought that was beautiful. And then the other movie that I don't hear people talking about, but John, it was really surprising. If you haven't seen it, you need to see this one. Thunder Road,
No.
written and directed by this guy named Jim Cummings.
Oh.
He plays a small-town police officer suffering a nervous breakdown.
Oh.
And it is both heartbreaking and comedic, and just the tone of it is really unique. And also the way he shoots it. Lots of straight-on long shots where his breakdown kind of takes place at length in front of you.
Okay.
Really great little movie.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy does.
Actually, we didn't mention another smaller film with a terrific performance, and that's Ethan Hawke in First Reformed.
Oh, yeah. Mixed feelings about that.
Boy,
movie.
I think it's powerful. No matter what your feelings are, it's
Yeah.
powerful. But then what?
It's like a muted Taxi Driver. It's like Taxi Driver in a collar, in a priest's collar.
That's great.
It's exactly that.
One that I like most recently, I like very much Vice. And you talk about tone.
Yeah.
Talk about really capturing both sides of an issue. One would be, are you conservative? Are you liberal?
Yeah.
When you have Dick Cheney,
Uh-huh.
and when you have clearly a film that's aiming toward the left, but yet at the same time presents an historical look at Cheney's assumption of power with George W. Bush.
Mhm.
In other words, I've got satisfaction on both ends.
Right.
First of all, I could chuckle a little bit about how he maneuvers Bush.
Yeah.
But secondly, I could frame for myself what actually happened. See his trajectory all the way from Nixon through. and try to figure out, although I don't think it ever really tells us what the magic of Dick Cheney is.
Huh.
But boy,
Well, it's black magic.
oh, it is. But boy, I mean, the proof is there.
Mhm.
The man assumed power from a guy who was a 22-year-old drunk. That's always a good woman. Try to find one. Or it will be behind you. Anyway, that was my. I want to leave with that.
Okay.
With Vice.
All right.
I think it has. It's
That's
very,
your favorite?
No. You know, I don't know what my favorite is anymore. Now that you've decimated my leave no trace. I don't want to say that, but I always have difficulty.
We got plenty of common ground here.
We did.
8th grade.
Yes.
But go see Thunder Road.
All right.
I hope maybe that makes a surprise appearance at the Oscars this year.